We will be opening it up with our centering breaths as always to get ourselves more present. I'll share the quote after that. We're going to discuss the monthly topic, which is our new topic, is just discussing just mental health and focus on resetting your mind for greater clarity and concentration. So that'd be our focus. So a lot of time would just be spent on practice today. Then that goes into the next thing, which is our practice, and then we'll end off with a silent reflection and check in on how we're feeling in that current state when we get there. But we're going to focus on the now. So I invite everyone to sit up with your head, neck, back in a line. Your feet are going to be planted firmly on the floor. You can take your hands, you can relax them on your kneecap or in your lap, just in a nice, comfortable position. And with our eyes closed, we're all going to inhale nice and deep, hold and retain the breath, and exhale that breath out nice and gently. Inhale nice and deep, hold and retain the breath, exhale. Inhale nice and deep, hold and retain the breath, exhale. We're going to take 5 more together. We're going to inhale nice and deep, hold and retain the breath, exhale. We're going to hold on to the breath a little bit longer. Inhale nice and deep. Hold and retain the breath for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Last 3. Inhale nice and deep. Hold and retain the breath for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. That's 1. Inhale nice and deep. Hold and retain the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. And I invite you now to take 3 deep breaths at your own pace to do an internal assessment to see how your mind and how your body are feeling in this present moment. When you're ready, you can blink your eyes open. Okay, and we can jump into our quote for today. All right, so the quote of the day is, so the single most vital step on your journey toward enlightenment is this: learn to misidentify from your mind. Every time you create a gap in the stream of the mind, the light of your consciousness grows stronger. And that's by Eckhart Tolle. I think I always mention he always has that book that I love, The Power of Now. Pretty popular book. Usually find it everywhere. But I'll read that again. So, the single most vital step on your journey toward enlightenment is this: learn to misidentify from your mind. Every time you create a gap in the stream of the mind, the light of your consciousness grows stronger. And I'm going to share that in the chat box for everybody's reference. All righty. So before we jump into our practice, I always like to, I think like the biggest, with me and participating and, just doing I'll say our class, not my class, our class, we share the space together, that many times the teaching tool can just be like real life experiences. And I always try to, just share just and show up in an authentic space and even like use what I go through, because a lot of times we go through things in life and we could be a little nervous to be vulnerable like in the space, especially depending on the situation, right? So I always try to show up and be vulnerable, right? But a lot of people will look and just say, "Oh, well, you always are perceived to be calm, and you're a mindfulness instructor." So people look at me and always expect me to be calm and like not angry or just like just different things. They expect me to show up in a space. They usually see me like that, even if I'm angry and I'm upset, but just sharing of just being vulnerable like in the space when you can. I know sometimes in life it's just like, I'm not saying you go tell all your business and tell secrets of what's going on in your household and different things, um but just showing up in the space. And I know like recently, like just with the current state of like everything that's going on, and then me operating a business, like I've noticed that I was being more negative um than usual. Like, and I was kind of like starting to come from like a pessimistic, or at least for me, right? I'm not going to choose to live my life like in a negative manner 24/7. But I noticed that my mind was definitely just going and being drawn to just like, wow, this is happening to me, or I should just already expect this. If I just lower my expectations, this was going to go on. And I had to really like had to do a check-in with myself, and I'm like, this isn't how I like normally think. And then I had to notice, like, just through my journey and my current journey of what's going on, like I'm not getting the best results by even putting this energy out there, because energy is a real thing. And I told myself, like, I had to do a reset. And you know what? Like, I'm gonna be positive no matter what tomorrow or what the next second might bring. But I gotta get back to staying like in that like positive, like that real positive space, right? Just taking my morning walks. I noticed that even my mind was like cluttered when I normally tell y'all, like, I leave my cell phone, I take my Apple Watch off when I'm walking my dog. I'm currently I try to stay current in that moment and present, and have like a gratitude walk and start thinking about everything that I'm thankful for in my life. And I noticed like within my mind, like, and not even like it's been so much going on and working a lot and just tired. Like I noticed that I was just like thinking about my day, like, oh, this is happening. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I had to calm all that down. And it's just been, I want to say like yesterday, like I woke up and decided like, like I'm gonna come at this from like a positive standpoint. And it was like I had so much good news yesterday, like everything shifted. It just felt like everything was like hitting on all cylinders. Like still a little tired today, but it was just like I ended off the week strong. And it was just that reset in the mind. And sometimes we don't notice that we're doing this, right? Our mind is very powerful. It's very powerful. And we could be like in a rut and not even notice, like thinking it's normal, and or it's just like that's just how it's supposed to be. And that's not the case. And sometimes we have to just be able to take that reset. So I just wanted to share that with you all, that we all go through this. And especially I feel like someone said, I forgot who it was, but just with the change of the seasoning, the seasons, less daylight. I know it's less daylight outside. The sun is going down sooner. It kind of makes you feel like you have less time in the day, or at least that's how I feel a lot of times. When the sun goes down earlier, it's like, oh man, like I have to move to a different beat. And it's just like life is going to have different seasons, and that doesn't mean for us to operate, chaos. And we deserve much more than that with ourselves. So just knowing when to hit that reset and just taking that time with yourself and realizing like, hey, like if you gotta set a reminder, put it on your calendar, but maybe just have like a certain part of your day where you set an alarm on your phone and it could just go off and it's just like that quick second like hey, this is like I'm gonna take this 10 seconds just to check in, see how I'm feeling, take a couple, maybe take 5 to 7, 5 to 10 deep breaths, and then just see where my mind like where is it at in this present moment, like what's going through my mind, and noticing and bringing that awareness with no judgment about what thoughts might be going on, but just observing them and just doing that check-in. Because even with myself, as I meditate, I meditate in the morning. I try to meditate in the evening as well. Um, but just noticing life can get chaotic and it could just it's a lot going on. And I've been watching the news more lately and looking at YouTube videos, and I was like, I gotta stop doing that too. Like this isn't just the most positive thing of everything, but definitely don't want to be ignorant. You have to be aware of what's going on, but knowing when it's taking a toll on you, on your mind, on your body, like in your energy, and on your heart too. Like it could affect all that. So just being mindful. Oh wow, Cecilia, you took the see we saying the same thing. Correct. That's probably playing a big part. I've been on YouTube and I've been looking at the news more than usual. And I think I always share that with y'all that I know when to cut the news off. And I think I've been partaking in that a little bit too much lately. So even knowing that I need a break from that, just watch it from a minimal level, just to know enough of what's going on. But the news is going to play whatever information over and over and over again, and I don't need that information over and over going through my mind. Yes, I love YouTube rabbit holes. That's probably why I'm a little tired because I was going through the YouTube rabbit holes last night. So but we're going to jump into our practice. Thanks for sharing, and I'm going to open up the floor. I mean, you can continue to type in the chat box. Feel free to share at any point. The space is yours. But we're going to jump into our practice. So to do a reset, we're going to take we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. Let's do a little bit of movement because I know some of us might need to move our bodies. So let's just take our arms up in a circular motion. I feel like I need to pick my energy up. So you'll notice my circles, I'm going a little bit faster, just maybe get my heart rate up a little bit, boost up that energy. So I'm going backwards. Now you can go forward, but feel free to go at your pace if you want to take nice, slow circles. Just do what feels good to you, for you, and your body. All righty. And I invite you to do some neck rolls. You can go in each direction. If you need to revisit a spot, feel free to do so. And now we're going to roll our shoulders forward. And we're going to roll our shoulders backward. We go hold our arms up. We're going to roll our wrists in a circular motion. We can roll them to the outside. Now we're going to roll them to the inside. And you can still use the breath to complement your movements, making sure it's not taking nice deep breaths at your own natural pace. All righty. And we're going to take our right thumb. We're going to put it on our right nostril. Sitting up with our head and neck back in the line. We're going to go through some alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to inhale through the left. Close it with your pointer finger. Both nostrils are sealed. You're going to hold and retain the breath. And exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Close it. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Close it. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Close it. Hold it, rotate the breath. And exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril. Close it. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Close it. Exhale through the left nostril. We're going to do one more cycle, so one more on each side. Inhale through the left nostril. Close it. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Close it. Hold or rotate the breath. And exhale through the left nostril. You can relax your hands. I invite you to take 3 deep breaths at your own pace to see how your mind and how your body are feeling in this present moment. Right now, I invite you, I'm going to adjust my camera so you can see a little bit better. I'm going to place one hand like right at the top or like right at the bottom of your at the midpoint of like where your rib cage meets. And then you're going to put one hand on your upper chest, so it's a little gap. So your hands are placed in a placement like mine. And we're going to inhale nice and deep and exhale. Inhale nice and deep once again. And exhale. I invite you to just start breathing at your own pace, not putting any effort into the breath, but just letting your breath take its own natural course. Bringing an awareness to this section where your heart would be. Noticing how the breath flows. You can feel the breath and just see the breath navigating like a nice calm stream, just flowing throughout your body. Even if you would like to imagine how a stream would sound if you were out in nature, you could even visualize yourself what this place would look like, feel like, smell like, maybe even taste like using all your senses, really visualizing yourself. And just being at one with your breath just flowing like that calm stream. If you hear any outside noises, anything distracting you, just acknowledge it, redirect yourself back to the breath. That nice, gentle stream just flowing from within. How does the breath feel? Does it feel a little bit smoother with each breath that we take? Feeling ourselves becoming more and more relaxed, relaxing our shoulders, releasing any stress, any tension that we might be holding on within our body, even releasing any negative thoughts from the mind. Just focusing and being grateful for the breath within our body, being grateful for this present moment in this space to hit this reset button that we may need. And keeping your eyes closed, you can relax your hands and you can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And when you're ready, you can slowly blink your eyes open. And I'm going to open up the floor for y'all. If y'all have any questions, any observations, anything that you would like to share in this space. You do the same, Elena, and just definitely stay in high spirits. I'm glad to see you in high spirits, no matter what's going on, and just sending positive energy and healing energy your way. You have a good weekend as well. I want to say, as you might be typing in the chat box, I'm thankful for y'all. I'm thankful to share this space with y'all. And I hopefully y'all get some rest, especially for the people that feel a little stressed out, exhausted, stuff might be going on. Just take some time out for yourself and be grateful for yourself and then breath within. And I'm thankful for each and every one of you. So just know that if that helps. Thank you so much, Holly. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm sure you can't probably share too many jokes from the Wanda Sykes show, but I know it was hilarious. But I know she can have a way with words, but she's hilarious. I love her. My pleasure, y'all. Thank you. Give y'all about another minute in case there's any questions or anything that you need to share. All righty. Well, everyone, you have an excellent weekend. I definitely agree. There are a lot of positive things, and I could say that too. Definitely seeing it, being involved in it, and I'm thankful for it. It's a lot of people doing powerful, compassionate work out here. And I think even throughout all the negativity, I think it draws people closer. So sometimes you have to have that for people to realize that we are one and come closer together. So I think through that, it draws us closer. So it just depends which lens that you want to look at it. So thank you for sharing that. I totally agree. We love you too, Cecilia. All righty, y'all. Well, I'll see you guys next Friday. Peace, y'all.